Okay, good morning. Good morning, Val and Sue. Anne's not going to be able to be here today, but she's going to do the class later. So, excuse me. You have somebody has to mute. If you have a band like this, grab it. And a band like this, grab it. And a disc if you have one, if not, a little towel. And you got water and you're good to go. Heavy weights, slightly less heavy. Okay, that's what we need. Big deep breath, take your feet wide and bring the arms all the way up. Reach them, reach them, reach them. Take your gaze, look up. Your palms are going to face forward and then you lower the arms. And as you lower them, you try to touch both sides of the room. Sweep them up the same way. Try to lift up and out of your hips, get really long, and then come back down. One more time. Now we're going to swan dive it all the way down so you're hip hinging, your spine stays nice and long until you're almost there, and then you just completely unweight the upper body. So from here, we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. Walk your fingertips forward, push your hips backwards. It's an opportunity to stretch out your side body here. So just hang out here for a few breaths. Really take deep breaths so you feel the ribs expand. And then fold back down. Do it again. Inhale, extend, hips back, hands forward. Big deep breaths. And fold back down. Inhale, extend. So your legs are straight if they can be. And now you're just going to shift your hips to the right while you hold your hands out there and then shift them to the left. So you're going to feel this on the insides of the legs as you slowly shift left and right. You're still weighting into your heels. Your spine is long. And now fold back down. Now you're going to round up one vertebrae at a time. Come back up to standing nice and slowly. And reach your right arm up. And the hip goes right and then take it over. You can hold your left hand on your thigh or just float it. Really trying to get into this waist. Keep the arm long as it reaches over. And now let's do the same on the other side. Sweep the arm up, get it long. Let the hip go left. Arm goes over. Now come back up. Make a fist, your thumbs are up. You're going to pull the elbows all the way back and then fold halfway down. And then come back up again. And go back down. Keep your elbows nice and high. Very slowly. Continue to go lower. Work the full range of whatever you can, keeping that spine nice and long. Elbows are high. You're going to do two more. Nice. Now relax the arms. Take a nice big deep breath. You're going to bring your feet hip width apart. Reach for the ceiling. Lift out of your hips. And now swan dive it all the way down nice and slowly. You're going to walk your hands to the front of the mat. Step back. You're in high plank. From here, down dog. So we're going to push the heels towards the floor with your legs nice and straight. Get up onto your tippy toes. Push the heels back down. And lift up. And back down. And one more time. Up. And back down. Come back to plank. Step your feet into bear. Your knees are just under the hips, 1 inch off the floor. Don't drop your face. Hold here. And now go to a small dog.
Do the same thing with the feet. Lift up really high. Push the heels down. Lift up. Push the heels down. And let's do this one more time. Hold your heels down. Try to get the legs nice and straight. Walk your hands back to your feet. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice. Put your hands on your waist. You're just going to lift up your left foot. So knee, lift it a little higher, as high as you can, and circle your foot. Go the other way. And then point and flex. Nice. Switch sides. Get your knee nice and high, and then work the foot. Change your direction, and point and flex. Nice. Bring this knee back up again. This time you're going to clasp your fingers together, pull the knee up and into the chest as high as you can. Take hold of the foot, sweep your right arm up. Little stretch for the front quad. And do it again. Pull the knee, pull the knee up and in. And then stretch out your quad. And one more time. Knee comes up and in, nice and high. Grab that foot, reach the arm up. And now you're going to switch sides. Easy peasy, right? Lift it up nice and high. And then stretch out your quad. You might notice one leg's tighter than the other. Perfectly normal. Lift it in, stand tall, and then grab that foot, arm reaches up. And we're going to do one more. Pull it in, grab the foot, sweep that arm up, and let it go. Okay, you're at the front of the mat. Big deep breath. Swan dive it down. Let your head go. Hold here for 3 breaths. We're going to get good blood flow to our face. Just let that head hang where it wants to so your neck gets a nice release. You can cross the arms if you like. And as you exhale each breath, see if the forearms get a little closer to the floor. Trying to let go of that lower back, get some length to the back of the legs. Okay, inhale, extend the spine, bend your knees. Keep your fingers on the floor, just squat. And then go back to a straight leg and a full fold. And then repeat. Extend the spine, bend your legs. Should feel a nice stretch through the Achilles tendons. Go back to a straight leg, fold down. One more time. Extend, drop that booty. And back to a straight leg. Keep the spine in extension. Take a few more deep breaths. Fold back down, palms down, step back plank. From here, we're going to oscillate between a down dog, back to plank. Go slowly, back and forth. Rolling up on the toes as you come forward, driving the heels down as you push back. Two more. Meet me in your high plank. Lift your left foot up off the floor. And then lift the right. Alternate. Walking the feet up and down. And back to your down dog. Push your heels to the floor. Straighten out the legs. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Extend the spine. Reverse it all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Nice job, that's your warm up. Okay, so I'm gonna start you off using this band, doing some bicep curls. Now, if you do not have this band, pick up your bicep curl weights. I'm gonna alternate between using the band and using weights. So here we go. Step on your band, feet hip width apart, and start your curls up and down, nice and slowly, right? Even if you're using weights, don't go quickly. You want to really resist it and come down slowly. Posture is really important here. Standing nice and tall, keep your neck long, your face up. You want to try not to be over gripping when you do bicep curls, because it will aggravate the elbows. Also, there's no movement. When you curl up, you keep those arms right locked into your waist. So you're not letting them swing forward. Proud out your chest. Okay, so now we're going to add on a little squat. So as the arms come down, I want you to squat. Just bending into the legs. The band's going to be loose when you get your butt down low enough, and then come back up and curl. So squat, we're just warming up for squats with heavy weights. So this is just a little, get blood flow to these legs. Make sure you're pulling in your belly. Do 2 more. And now we're going to get rid of the band. Grab your heavy weights. We're going to squat. So here we go. Feet hip width. Maybe a little wider, but you're going to have your toes facing forward. It's just a regular squat down and up. Down and up. Try your best not to drop your face. You want to keep your spine long. We're shifting our hips back when we go down, and we're coming up with our weight into our heels. So try to get the weights all the way down to the floor if you can, before you start to come back up. Doesn't need to be quick. We're going to do 8 more squats here. This is probably one of the single best exercises you can do. Working the arms, the back, the legs, the butt, the core, the whole shit and caboodle. Okay. 4 more. So really try to focus on dropping that butt low. Nice. Put these down. Shake out that grip. We're going to do a round of bicep curls with weights. Okay. So 1 at a time. Curling up, standing tall, just alternate and keep going. It's all about keeping your torso really long, like you're trying to be tall. And again, if you look at me from the side, I'm not letting the elbow pull forward, right? You want to keep it close to the side of your body. Okay, so just for a little break here, we're going to do a hamstring little warm up. So some deadlifts, these are lighter weights than probably what you would normally do for a deadlift. Just getting some blood flow to the back of the body. Keep the legs straight and just go up and down with your spine long. We're gonna do 5 more. Nice. Curl now, both at the same time. Proud out that chest. Slow on the way down to a fully extended arm. Keep going, do 5 more. I'm just gonna turn on my AC. Okay, I'm back. Pick up your heavy weights. Get rid of the bicep curls. We're coming back to round 2 of squats. So feet hip width or a little wider, down and up. Nothing fancy. Just go heavy. And if you don't have heavy, you don't really feel this very challenging, try to go a little deeper, a little slower. So there's always ways to figure it out with the equipment that you have. So I'm going to do the last 5 here a little quicker, and I'm going to get a nice heart rate response. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them down. Let's come back to the band for biceps, or use weights. Whatever floats your boat. I think it's good to switch it up. So here we go. Curl up, down slow. You get a totally different sensation. It's much easier when you use a band to work the negative of the move. So you're going to get a little more out of the down than the up with the band than you would a weight. Five more if you can do it. So I have a big ball here. I forgot to mention in the beginning of class. I'm going to do some hamstring work with it. So if you don't have a ball, you're doing bridge walkouts, but we're going to switch it up. We're going to do, if you're okay, get rid of your band. If you're walking out like a bridge walkout, then you're going to do some holds. So, take a few steps out, you're on your heels in a bridge, and then you hold. Count to 10, and then you take another little step out. And when you do your holds, you're picking 1 foot up off the floor. So it's really going to create a challenge for your core, which is why I like doing it that way. If you're on the ball, you know the drill, right? Feet on the ball. Bridge it up, roll it out slow, and when you bring it back in, you got to get your butt up, and then put the butt down on the floor. Start again. Lift up, roll out, roll in while you press those hips up, butt back down. Squeeze it up. If you're walking out, we've already discussed what you're doing. When you do your holds, try to hover 1 heel off the floor. Make sure if you're rolling out, you go to a fully extended leg. We're gonna stay here for about 30 more seconds. And then we're moving on. Working a lot of big muscles today. So you're gonna get that heart rate response, which is always a nice thing. Give those butt cheeks a big old squeeze. Okay, do just a few more seconds here. Okay. So now we're gonna use the little band. So put the ball off to the side, you're gonna use it again. But right now you're grabbing your little band, wrap it around the ankles. Let's work our outer thighs. So open out, close slowly. Open out as far as you can every time. Super important to challenge your range of motion here. Shouldn't feel easy. Every single repetition should be challenging. You gotta get a little edgy, right? Work it as hard as you can today. Ten more, slowly. 3 counts out, 3 counts in at a minimum. Switch up the angle of the legs. Maybe try to move them a little forward, see what happens to your belly. You gotta work it down. It kind of wakes up and says, oh my goodness, what are you doing to me? One more. Hold it. Give me that little pulse. In and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Take it off. We're going to come back up. I'm going to move my mat off to the side because I'm going to use my disc. If you don't have a disc, a little towel works great. Or nothing. So if you're doing nothing, you're just going to step backwards into a lunge. So I've got the disc under my right foot. So if you're stepping back, it's going to just be a big step back, a big lean forward. So I've got my back leg straight. I'm up high on the toes. So the reason we go high on the toes, especially if you're not using a disc, is to put most of your weight into your left leg. Hands to heart, and with your big lean forward, you're going to rotate the chest to the left. Just hold it there. Count to 5 slowly. And then square off those shoulders and step your foot back in, or if you did have a disc, slide it in. So the disc just makes things a little unstable, which forces all those little tendons and muscles to engage, which is what we want. So same leg, take it back, give me that big lead. So now, even if your foot's on the disc, you're high up on those tippy toes. Big forward lean, rotate again, as far as you can, and then count to 5 slowly. Now bring those shoulders back to face forward and slide back up. So this is a butt burner, if you haven't noticed. Again, slide back, lean forward. Hardly any weight in your right leg. This is your last one on this side. Turn, count slowly. Bring the shoulders back to face forward, slide back up. Switch sides. Whew, that's a butt burner. Okay, here we go. You ready? Slide back, big lean. Hardly any weight in that left leg. Rotate. As far as you can, don't be shy. See what's going on the right side of that room of yours. Turn the shoulders back forward, come back up. Nice. Do it again. Take it back. Big lean forward. You're wading into the heel of the front foot, especially when you come back up. Rotate. Go for it. Get a little edgy. Bring the shoulders back. Come up slow. You want to come up nice and smooth, or step forward, but try to keep momentum out of the picture here. Take it back. It's your last one. Make it great. Rotate. Maybe rotate a little more. Square off those shoulders, slide back up. Nice job. Okay, bring your mat back. We're doing round 2 with the ball or the bridge walkouts with your little holds. If you're using the ball, we're doing it the same way we did round 1. And this is your last round with the ball. So before you bridge it up, get the feet really close to your butt. Super important. So bridge it up. Start your little baby steps if you're walking out on your heels. Put some holds in there where you just hover 1 foot above the floor. If you're on the ball, it's the same as round 1. Try to really control the movement of the ball. Keep it smooth. The most important challenge with the ball is that when you roll it back in, you lift your hips up at the same time. Really wakes up those hamstrings and recruits them. Don't jerk it, keep it smooth. About 30 seconds to go here. Such a good exercise, works your core, your legs, the belly, your butt and belly especially. 10 more seconds. Do a hold for the last 5 on each foot. Okay. Put that ball away. We are not using it anymore. 1 more round with your small band around the ankles. So play around with the angle of the feet so you work your belly at the same time. If you move the feet towards the front a little, you'll see what happens to the belly. You need to pull the stomach down and engage those muscles to protect the lower back. So with these bands for the next 30 to 40 seconds, we're going to add some holds. So open up, hold it, and then close it slowly. Continue with that. Open as wide as you can, hold it, and close slowly. Do it again. You have 3 more like this. Then we're going to finish it with a pulse and move on to core, and then we're going to stretch, and then we say goodbye. Start your day feeling amazing. Last one. Okay, get rid of the bend. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. We're going to start with dead bugs. Some hollow holds, and oh my goodness, so much fun stuff. So here we go, dead bugs. Arms up, legs bent. Knees a little forward. Just so you feel like you got to work your stomach down to the floor. Then you extend out opposite leg and arm. Keep them both long, and then you pull back in. Now, the key here is to not let the opposite knee pull in towards the chest. You got to keep it extended out. That's what makes it challenging. Do the other side. Pull it back in and switch. Pull it back in. You can do this exercise on your own. It's a great daily grind. Really good for you. Strengthens your whole core. Gives you a nice stretch through your lats. So I like to do these holds for 3 seconds on each side. Hold that extension and then bring it back in. So you're going nice and slowly. Nice. Now pull both knees in. Keep them together and make a little circle. Change your direction. Nice. Now put your feet on the floor. Keep the legs bent. So we're going to rock the pelvis forward and back with your feet really close to your butt, as close as you can walk them in. And just keep rocking that pelvis. Tilt it up as high as it will tilt. And then move it forward. So you got a big space between the back and the floor. This is also something that you could do every day. Really good for you. It's all about moving your body so you can. Okay, now stay neutral through your midsection, whatever that means for you. It might mean that you're going to hold a pelvic tilt, or it might mean that you got a little space between the low back and the floor. That's okay, whatever feels good. Take your hands behind your back, behind your head, and tuck your chin. So you're lifting the shoulder blades up, and while you do that, I want you to let the elbows fall back, and I want you to draw down the belly. So once you have all that going on, and it feels hard, straighten out that right leg. Thighs are at the same height. Just hold it. 5. You should feel this on the right side body, waistband on the right side. And then put the head down, put the foot down. I want you to roll your head from side to side. Just in case you were pulling on it, even though you shouldn't. It's your ab muscles you want to be using, not your neck. Let's try it again. Lift up, clasp your fingers, tuck your chin, draw the elbows back. Try to lift the shoulder blades so you're crunching up. The thoracic spine is in flexion. Draw the belly down. Take the left leg out. Both thighs are at the same height. Hold it and breathe. Keep trying to lift a little higher with the belly down, with the elbows back, and your chin tucked. Put it down, release it. Go side to side. Okay, arms on the floor. Pick both legs up. You're going to give your neck a break. It's not going to play a role here. So flex your feet and push your heels towards the ceiling. But I want you to move them forward till you feel your pelvis wake up. Hold that with your belly down, and then let that right leg drop down about halfway. Just hold. Now, don't forget to breathe. You're here for 5 seconds. Both legs back up. Draw the knees into the chest. Make that nice little circle with your knees together. Go the opposite way. Make sure you're really challenging it here. Let's do the other side. So legs straight up to the ceiling, then move them a little forward so you feel the belly say, what are you doing? What's going on here? Then take that left leg slowly down halfway. Just hold. Pushing both heels out, drawing the stomach down, keeping the shoulders relaxed. You're here for 5 more seconds. Bring both knees in. Now this time you're going to keep your hands on your knees. You're going to open the knees nice and wide and circle them. Go the opposite way. Okay, rock and roll up. We're going to do a 90-90 stretch. I'm going to grab a quick sip here. So you're sitting towards the right side of your mat. Get a little towel if you need it for under your left knee. So get your legs 90-90. Now we're not going to have the hands on the floor. Just lean forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward as far as you can go, even if it's not far. Just try to train your body not to depend on putting all your torso weight into your arms. This is a hip opener and a core strengthener. So hinging down through that right hip and then coming back up, trying your best not to lean too far to the right. We're going to do one more. Come up. Now you're going to take your hands behind you onto the floor. You're going to lift your left knee up. Hold on this spot. Now you're going to bring the knee back down. You're going to take the arms forward, and we're going to walk them out. Straight out in front. So you're right over that thigh on your right leg. You're just going to hold here, keep your neck long. So don't drop the face. Try to be on your fingertips instead of have the hands down on the floor. It puts less weight into the arms. You'll get more out of it. Okay, walk it back up. Hands behind you. Lift the left knee again. Put the left knee down, bring that leg forward, and we're just gonna scoot over to the other side. 90-90. Bring your hands to heart, lean forward. It doesn't have to be far. Whatever you can do. Then come back up and repeat it. Try not to have a big lean over to the left side. Make sure you're keeping that back leg at 90. Okay, take your hands behind you, lift that right knee up. And put it back down. Bring the hands forward, walk them out, try to just use the fingertips. Walk them back, bring them back behind you, lift that knee one more time. And then scoot that leg forward. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall in staff pose, bring your hands to heart, spine long, belly in. Lean backwards. Please don't round your back. Take it where you can. If you want to have your arms out in front, go ahead. Pick your right heel 1 inch off the floor. Switch to the left. While you create this movement, you're drawing down the belly. This is an exercise for your hip flexors and your quadriceps. And of course your core, because you're keeping this all strong. Just alternate a few more times, up and down, nice and slow, for 5, 4, draw the belly in, 3, 2, and 1. Take it forward. So now you get to flex the spine. Let the head go where it wants to. Just hold here and breathe. It's a great stretch for your lower back. Try to go a little further, walking your fingertips out. Nice. Okay, bring it back up. You're going to do Pilates style. So take your arms out in front or cross at the chest, touching opposite shoulders. Now you get to round the back and roll back down very slowly. Draw in the stomach. Once you feel the shoulder blades get to the floor, I want you to come back up, keeping your spine in flexion. Just lean forward between the legs and then do it again. Roll down really slowly, just so you feel the upper back touch that floor right where your bra would be, and then you roll it back up. One more time. Roll down, nice and slow. And then back up. And take it between your legs. Okay, all the hard work is done. Couple of stretches and then we're out of here. So I'm going to have you get up onto your feet. We're going to start with a pyramid stretch since we did so much butt work today. So let's take the left foot forward and the right leg back. You're going to walk it down with your spine long. Both heels are on the floor, by the way. It's pyramid, you know that. Come on down. Flex the spine, fold completely over that leg, only with the fingertips touching the floor. So I really want you to weight the whole torso over the leg. Make sure your head is relaxed. We're looking through both legs to the back of the room. Keep your legs nice and straight, your hips very steady. Hands back to your leg. You're going to come back up, walk it up your leg, step your back foot in, switch sides. So both heels down on the floor, both legs straight. Come on down. Fingertips only. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. And then hands back to your leg. Walk it back up. Step your back foot in, take a nice big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo! We're done. We did it. Time to start your day. Bye, Val.